G'day guys, Skids here, and welcome to episode 5 of our FIFA 12 Manager Mode commentary. So basically, as you can see, we are in 8th spot at the moment. Basically just 1 point off Fulham. So we are, doing quite well on the table. Actually, we've exceeded what our goals were, and Jelavic is on the top of the table at the moment with 9 goals. So he's doing really well for us, and basically for the whole EPL, he's just doing great. But as you can see, our first game of this episode is against Fulham, and this is actually, I'm just going to go ahead and say this now. It's quite a crap game, to be honest. It just wasn't that eventful, and there just wasn't much enjoyable moments, I guess you could say, in it. But we did start out in the 21st minute very well with a nice little run from my whole team, basically. Just everyone getting a nice touch to it, and eventually getting a nice ball into, guess who, Jelavic, and he slots it home with, just typically, like every episode, he'll score a goal similar to that, just, a header or just a nice little finish. But in the 43rd minute, as you can see, only two highlights in this half, and they both were goals, and their goal was pretty, I don't know, it wasn't the best keeping, to be honest. I mean, it was an alright save, but then it was just crap defense, and they managed to score. It did end as 1-1, and as you can see, I just completely dominated them this half in terms of possession. I got 61%. I mean, it just really was an uneventful half, though. I just wasn't really doing anything with the possession, and they just really weren't doing much of the shots. But in the 49th minute, they started pretty well for the second half. Thanks to some good keeping and a bit of nice defending, I do manage to let that kind of slide. It was pretty horrible defense to start with, but then Pina, I had to send him off because he was running low on match fitness, but he did get a great shot back there. And as you can see, that's the game. It ended as 1-1. It was one of the boringest games I've played. It just really was a really lame game, and I was just not having much fun with it at all. But Jagielka is finally back from suspension, and so is Heitinga, so our back is going to be much stronger. But the bad news is Essien is injured with a hyperextended knee for 3 weeks, which is going to be a huge blow for us because, Essien has just been so great for us, and it sucks that he's constantly getting injured. But our next game is against Wigan, and this is quite a pretty easy squad, I gotta say. I'm pretty sure last game I played them, I beat them like 4-1. As you can see, I've started basically a similar squad, except I did have to replace Essien, but I do have a very strong backline at the moment, just because I've got Jagielka and Heitinga back, so it's quite a nice backline we've got there. But without Essien, it might be a little bit tougher than usual. But as you see, we're playing in pretty wet conditions, and in just the second minute, we start off very well with Jelavic doing his thing, doing what he does best, and that is, shooting, just finishing. But unfortunately, he didn't manage to score there. But basically on the attack the whole game, and there's a pretty decent shot from, I think it was Rodwell, just not quite having enough power on it in the end. Jelavic getting a nice little pass to Diarra here, and just can't slot it home. I did get a lot of early opportunities here, and that is, this is the most retarded penalty you'll ever see. It's one of those FIFA moments where you just sigh because it's just the most ridiculous penalty. It really wasn't a penalty at all, and obviously they will score because they always seem to score penalties. I can never really seem to save them, and I do go the wrong way. They go straight down the middle. It's quite a nice little, well-taken, confident penalty there. But straight from their goal, I tried to, try and hit back quickly because, I definitely don't want to be losing a game like Wigan, especially at home. So yeah, I was playing quite well at this point. I was making a lot of opportunities, but I just couldn't finish them, thanks to some really good keeping by them. But I finally do get a breakthrough with Jelavic getting on quite a nice little run here and just finishing it with a beautiful finish, really. That was just a great finish there. And right on the edge of half-time, I do get another chance here. Jelavic just, great dribbling here. Manages to pass it into Pina, who shoots, and I don't know how, but manages to beat the keeper. And that was just a great finish there. Just kind of, I don't know if the keeper might have been beaten just by the wet conditions, but it was still a really nice finish. But the half does end at 2-1, and I was pretty confident at this point. I mean, I was pretty lucky to get 2 goals very late into the first half, but I was pretty confident going into the dressing rooms at this point because we were just dominating them. And I made two little substitutions here just for some more match fitness. They're really just usual substitutions that I always seem to make, but with some great pressure here and just some really nice finishes from Jelavic, we do get another goal ahead in the second half in the 54th minute. I thought that was really good, pressure by my attacking squad there just to make them kind of do this horrible clearance. And as you can see, at this point, it's 4-1. It's just complete domination. I'm just really great goals, actually. All of them have been really good goals, and I'm just really dominating them at this point. I thought I'd take Jelavic off just to get this new guy on for a little bit, Velios, I'm pretty sure it is, and straight away he gets an opportunity and just can't finish it. Really crappy shot there by him. He does get another opportunity from a great through ball, I think, from Rodwell, and once again just doesn't really cling onto it very well and just flies over the keeper. Then Wigan do get a pretty unlucky post hit here. They probably were quite unlucky to score, but even if they did, it wouldn't have meant much because we do win with a very convincing 4-1. I was very happy to get a very solid 3 points from that game and a very well played game by my whole team.
That's it. Andy and I have got 1 or 2 interviews.
So our third game of this episode is against the pretty strong squad of Manchester United, who did beat City 3-1, Liverpool 1-0, and they drew 3-all with Arsenal. So they've had quite a nice little run of form lately, and I can't say I'm too confident going into this game, even though, you know, my squad have been doing pretty well lately. I mean, we've had a pretty good run of form, but if you just look at their squad, I'm not too confident going into this game. But they do start pretty nicely here with, I'm pretty sure it was Fletcher there, just not really clinging onto it well at all. And I don't know why, but he looks so different in this game than he does in real life. But yeah, they don't do too well in that opportunity. They probably could have pretty easily made it 1-0 very early on. I do kind of take advantage of that with Rodwell, and that's a great finish, as you can see, just into the bottom corner, and I think it was Lindegaard is the keeper there. I'm not sure though why they're not playing De Gea, but had no chance there, and just a great goal there. I was pretty happy to score that kind of a goal, you know, because against Manchester United, I wasn't too confident going into this game, and there I get a nice 2 little opportunities. I decided to just try and chip it over him because I saw him, it was a bit off his line, but it didn't really work out too well. Then Jelavic hits the post, very unlucky. It would have been nice to go down 2-0 half time. I do have another shot, and once again blocked out by Lindegaard. So just judging by the highlights, it was quite a, I wouldn't say domination, that's a bit crazy, a bit full on to say a domination, but as you can see there from the stats, the match facts, it was quite quite one-sided, especially towards the end of that first half. They do start, you know, the half quite well there with a nice little header, but once again I took from their advantages and I nearly scored there. It would have been a great goal from McFadden there, just kind of on the volley. I was hoping to, you know, just keep on to this 1-0 win, but then I just scored a great goal, and I was happy enough to go 2-0 up at this point, because, you know, Manchester United, you know, they're basically the best team in the EPL, or at least they are in real life. They're just dominating the ladder at the moment, but they do manage to get a goal to make it 2-1 here. Rooney getting quite a easy finish there, but we do manage to get the 3 points, which is a great 3 points, a much needed 3 points against Manchester United, and I'm extremely happy with that result. And as you can see, the stats were still basically my way. I mean, they did have possession just, but in general it was mainly my way. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.